Greetings, fellow fighter pilots. Rodamon here. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector Nexerelin, Episode 2, Streamer Luck. So, here are the options for leveling up. Before I pull, it's going to be a bit. So, Helmsmanship, which would be maneuverability and top speed. Combat Endurance, which allows me to fight longer and have higher combat readiness. Impact Mitigation, which helps absorb damage so I don't get as damaged, and also maneuverability, increased maneuverability at elite level. Damage Control, which is again sort of like Impact Mitigation, but it helps to prevent crew loss and hull damage taken. Field Modulation, which is a reduction that your shields take damage to. Also, it helps with Phase Cloak. My ship does not phase. Point Defense, which increases your point defense and increases the damage you do to fighters and missiles, allowing you to be protected from that kind of fighter and missile spam. Target Analysis, which increases your damage to larger ships, and also damage to weapons and engines on those ships. And Ballistic Mastery, which is higher ballistic weapon damage. Then, in Leadership, I have access to weapon damage. Just a base percent weapon damage, and Marine raid effectiveness. Coordinated Maneuvers, which is if you have nav relays on your ships and command point regen, basically allows your ships to move a little bit faster and to regenerate more command points, which allows you to issue orders when you're fighting to other ships. Wolfpack Tactics, which benefits you if you use small ships, including your flagship. Crew Training, which is maximum combat effectiveness for combat ships for all combat ships, including carriers and militarized civilian ships. Carrier Group, which is a bonus for carriers, kind of like Wolfpack Tactics, but for carriers. And then Fighter Uplink, which reduces the loss that your fighters blow up in combat and makes them a little bit more effective if you are a carrier. Some of these, of course, are for me specifically. Like, for instance, Helmsmanship really only affects the piloted ship, as it mentions up top, whereas a lot of the leadership stuff affects multiple ships. All right, so in technology, I have sensors, which increases my sensor range. Gunnery implants, which increases the ballistic and weapon range and reduces recoil. And then energy weapon mastery, which increases the damage my energy weapons do. And then in industry, it's cargo capacity, fuel capacity, personnel capacity. Increased to what I get from salvaging. Allows me to remove demods, I think. No, it repairs ships out of combat faster, and ships that can be recovered at the end of a fight recover a higher percentage. Ordnance Expertise, which is additional flux dissipation per ordnance spent on weapons. And then Polarized Armor. Maximum damage reduction by armor increased up a bit. So, I know. That was way too much information. I'm not going to read that every time. I'm just going to have you pick these, and then I'll pick what I think is best. They're out. But there you go. How should I level up? So at this point, I would love to return back to this place, but it does have an active gate, because I'm sure there's stuff here that I have not yet explored, but the mission to run the other surveys were timed. So given that they're timed, I don't want to waste time. So the next thing I want to do is to search in Gamma Guyana for a domain era probe. It is orbiting a jump point. And I'll save. Ooh, slipstream. It's too bad that slipstream wasn't reversed and taking me exactly to where I want to go. If you're wondering what the slipstreams are, think sea turtles in Finding Nemo. I think that's probably the best way to explain it. So if it's orbiting a jump... Oh, what are you? You are one freakishly large... Well, what the heck? That is a huge fleet. Who are you? You're a mercenary flotilla. Okay. They're probably not going to kill me then. That was a lot of ships. Alright, so I have to go to jump points. It's not this jump point. I'm actually just going to speed this up and go to the other jump points. Because it's at one of these, right? So, why not use a little extra fuel? Alright, third time's a charm. It's got to be at this one, unless I fail to search. Yep, there it is. And done. Looting it, and then salvaging it. So this is a neutron star. Going into that damages your ship. So don't. There is no gates on this solar system. So another thing that I want to do is, as I explore, I want to scan and activate as many gates as I can, so I can gain access to be able to return to these locations much more rapidly. All right, you guys want industry. Oh, I read some of these industries that I don't even really have access to. Well, I super don't like the industry choices that I have. I would say maybe salvaging is the best one for me. Yeah. Okay. Done. Do I have time? I have the fuel, but do I have the time to make it out to this Tritac? 62 days to get there, 41 days to complete. What if I was at a higher burning level? No, I'm not going to be able to make it in time. So I'm not going to bother, because I'm obviously going to get there too late and I'm going to fail that mission. So I'm just going to abandon it outright. I suffer a little bit of a Tritac relationship penalty there for not making it in time, but I did 2 of their missions, so I'm probably up to 9, I think. So it's... Let's see. Tritac, nope, 14. I have a relationship with them to 14, so that's totally fine. Taking a look at if there's anything on the way home. There's no bounties on the way home. No, there's nothing on the way home worth doing. So what should I do next? That will be left up to you. There's the poll. And I'm going to make my way back to Gorillis, which is the core worlds. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pit stop on my way there. I'm going to do a little exploration as I mosey on back there, so that I'm not just traveling for no reason. So another thing to note in Nexerelin is on the left side of the screen here, you have events happening. So this one, for instance, is a cultural boom between Sindrian Dictat and Tritakion, which is increasing their relationship by 11. Instead of factions not going to war and not having diplomacy and not having relations and not any of that stuff, Nexerelin does introduce these mechanics. So factions will go to war and factions will forge alliances and everything. It makes the world a lot more dynamic, and then it also allows the player faction to do the same, which is pretty neat. All right, let's not go into the black hole. I'm just looking to see if there's any, like, treasures or anything out here. I don't have enough heavy machinery to do any salvaging, or scouting, rather, surveying. But I'm just looking to see if there's anything, you know, worth picking up that might be worth a dime or two. You know how it is. Loot. Also, definitely wanting to open up jump gates too. So if I see any jump gates out here, I'll hit those up. Nothing on sensors. Out we go. And what this does is it gives me some basic intel about the solar systems that I'm popping into. So one of the primary reasons to do this, besides opening up jump gates, is if once I get to the point where I want to colonize, it gives me a pretty good indicator of like where I should even start looking for surveys. So for instance, this solar system has a black hole, 2 stars, and 1 stinking little planet. It's not likely to be a good place to set up shop ever. And because I'm in the galactic neighborhood of it, I might as well sort of for the future check it off as to be ignored. Oh shoot. Don't know who you are, but I don't want you talking to me. So this is a solar system that's kind of in the core worlds. If you take a look at the sector here, it's in Gorillas. And there's a few in Gorillas that haven't been surveyed. So there's Weaver, Pelesius, Mazu, Grandusa, Olgoy, and Zemmi that are all in the sort of core section that that I have no intel on, and might actually have some stuff. So this one, for instance, has tons and tons and tons of planets, but initially, as you can see on the left, barren, bombarded, bombarded, gas. A gas world called City of Brass? Okay. So on and so forth. It might be possible to find some ruins here, and ruins can have some really amazing things pretty early on in terms of wealth. So that's also another thing that I'm looking for is ruins to explore for technologies that will help me out later. No ruins. Ruins! So here's how to tell. See all the crap floating around? These little debris? That indicates that there's a ruin here. So if I come back with 30 heavy machinery and 140 crew, I can survey here and look around, poke around their ruins. So mental note, do that. Also, there's an inactive gate here, so I'm going to go scan and activate the gate with my Janus device. There's a comms relay and a sensor array out here as well, which, you know, if I did colonize this, I would make them my own. And there is a whole lot of nothing on here. Okay. So there's like one ruin at Sechave. And you guys want me to improve the fleet or ships. All right, let me head over. What should I improve? I'll ask you in just a sec. So I could buy a cargo ship, buy more fighter escorts, buy a smuggling ship, or other viewer suggestions. So smuggling ship would be one where it can hide certain illicit goods depending on what is illegal and not illegal in the sectors. So I'll explain that right now because you're probably like, what does that even mean? If I go out to the factions here, if I could click the right screen, which I am not currently doing, each faction will have some illicit commodities. So, for instance, the hegemony goes, you know, heavy armaments, recreational drugs, harvested organs, and AI cores are not legal. And entering their systems and going to their planets with those illegal commodities can flag you for smuggling. And there are some ships that help to hide your illegal commodities. So, yeah, that's what that means. Why I like Tritac is everything's kind of legal in Tritac, except for AI cores. They're like, yeah, drugs, organs, guns, whatever, is all good. But as you can see, most factions, well, okay, the pirates are like, yo, whatever, we don't care. And then the independents are like, AI cores are fine. But most factions are pretty fussy about what's illegal and what's not illegal. Speaking of which, I could make a fancy little penny selling the corruptive nanoforge. I can also keep it. There's a reason to keep it if I want heavy industry or orbital works later on. So what I'm going to do is I am going to, because I don't really care about the independence so much, is black market some of the goods that I got on the latest excursion, including the survey data. I am going to resupply my ship with black market goods. And maybe look for a smuggling ship, which no such is being sold at this port. I don't think. Nope. Nope. And nope. All right, I'll go try to find one. I'm going to go back to Kigameng. Mules are usually everywhere. I know. I'm looking for a pirate modded mule. Because it would act as a cargo ship and a smuggling ship, which is a twofer. Oh boy. I did not accept that warning properly. The game was like, there's a giant fleet sitting at the gate you're going into. Are you sure you want to do this? And I'm like, well, whatever. Yeah, P-mules are a bit rare. And that's what I'm looking for, is pirate mule. So what Chad is talking about is, see this little P here? That means that it has been modified by pirates. So smuggling ships obviously aren't legal. They're pirate designed. While I'm here, I'm actually going to buy this wolf. Might as well, right? So what I'm doing is I'm looking for pirate modded ships so that I can smuggle, I guess. But they're a little tricky to find at times. All right, I don't have enough crew to keep my ships manned, so I'm going to hire some crew while I'm here too. Buffalo. So this Buffalo is A-class modded instead of pirate modded. Oh man. Let me go to Grand Minister. Yeah, I gotta protect these AI cores. I don't really have anything to do with the AI cores. So what AI cores are is, once you have a planet that has industries, you can use the AI cores to improve the efficiency of those industries significantly. So AI cores are really important. The gamma cores are not worth too much, but the beta and alpha cores are worth considerably more. And I don't want them taken from me because someone scanned them. Oh, here's a pirate mule. So here we go. Hull mod, shielded cargo hulls. It also has a compromised hull, but I don't really care about compromised hull. That lowers its hull integrity and I guess fuel capacity a little bit. But there we go. I found one. So perfect. Buy. And let's retrofit it. This also means that the wolf I have and the smuggler ship that I have is going to be given away here, or named after you guys. So raffle timer's up, you know, if I remember to do it. This ship's name is Soul Long. There is a way to restore a ship to its original make and model, basically removing the demods. But it does cost a ridiculous amount. It basically costs the full cost of the ship. As you can see, like 31,000 to restore the Phaeton. The Phaeton itself was like 38,000 or something like that. All right, so this thing has shielded cargo. So commonly found on ships that can't always rely on shields to protect their cargo from cosmic radiation, only a few tweaks are needed to have shielded confound long-range cargo scans, reducing the probability that contraband is detected. Basically, it hides your contraband, which is really nice. So this, I'm going to add an expanded cargo hull, and then I also want to figure out how fast it is, which, what is its burn speed? Okay, so I don't need to speed it up. It's already burned 9. Which means that the other mods that I install in it could be berthing or fuel tanks. And I'll do fuel tanks. So this ship will act as a fuel and cargo ship for me. Meaning that I do not intend for it to be in combat. So I'm going to give it reinforced bulkheads and blast doors and thrusters and capacitors and vents. Yeah. I'm not giving it any weapons. The wolf, however, will be a combat wolf. So the weapons being sold here are absolutely poop. Complete and utter poop. I'll give it some Annihilator rockets, burst defense. Ew, God, the weapons here are awful. So this wolf needs to be modified at a later date with better stuff because it's got garbage. And I'm gonna check the other planets that were here. Before I leave here, are there other ships to buy? So there's intact Phaetons instead of my demodded Phaeton. So I could switch Phaetons. There's also salvage rigs, which I'm going to buy a salvage rig as well. I think it's pretty wise given the amount of salvage that I've already done. And yep, that would be about it. So the additional salvage rig, there's really nothing I need to do to the salvage rig. What is its burn speed though? Its burn speed is 8, so I need to speed it up. That's all I really need to do. So add militarized subsystems to make it go faster. And we'll give it, that's all that can fit. But it has a salvage gantry, which increases the resource recovery bonus for my fleet. It basically lets you salvage more. There is diminishing returns, so there's no point in having, like, a lot of salvage gantries, but a few can be helpful, for sure. So we have 3 ships to name so far. I did want to head over to core and terms to see if there's... Oh, I don't have enough crew to man my current fleet, and the combat readiness of my fleet is plummeting as a result. I need at least 195 people to make sure that my combat readiness doesn't plummet. So I'm going to do a little bit of ship shopping here as well. Degraded engines, no thanks. What about on the open market? Nope. What about for retrofitting? Any weapons here? Not really. No. Okay. Guess I won't be putting weapons on this thing. All right, let's check terms, and then I can always go to other star systems to see if there's a better offering of weapons. Because right now, the weapons that... Gravitron beams are, like, okay at suppression. Yeah, buying heavy machinery for survey would be good too, yeah. And supplies and everything else. So let me buy some supplies on the black market, and then look for heavy machinery. There's the giveaway timer, so let me name what I've got. We have got the Night Knave. So Night Knave, I'm going to make you the smuggler. And then we've got the Unfinished Wolf, which is going to be the DSN Manor. And last but not least, the Salvage Rig, which is the Mike, or the Mahai-Goku. There we go. What should my current goal be? There you are. So what I'm going to try to do is outfit the current fleet. And then you can pick what I do next. I'm looking for another Tritac world. That's a size 4 world, which is pretty small. Does Tritac not have a third world? They really should somewhere, right? Oh, they have one at Terminus. All right, I'll head over to Terminus. There's also an inactive gate here, so let me scan the inactive gate on this. Oh, don't fly into the sun. Scan the inactive gate here so that I can start to teleport back to the core worlds when I find a gate out in the deep yonder of nowhere. Because that's going to help me out a lot for travel time. Of course, this gate is right next to a pirate station, but, you know, whatever. So I just gated back out to Pelsius. And I did that because it's closer to where I want to go for that Tritac world. Because the Tritac world is Terminus, just north of me. Let's see. I use some of my brain, some of the time. So we have the Academy. And what I really wanted is... Oh, there's another inactive gate here. Right next to Janau, which is the planet I'm headed to. So monthly income is here. I have a stipend from the Academy that I graduated from, and they're going to be giving me a stipend for 32 additional months. So it gives you a bit of a trickle feed of money to start out with, because this game is really challenging, and trust me, it's really nice to have a trickle feed of money to pay for crew and captains and fuel and that kind of stuff. All right. The DSM matter, please have a weapon for you. Oh, heavy blaster, that will work. And point defense, mining lasers, that doesn't work so good, but I think I'm done looking for additional parts. So there we go. That wolf is as good as it's going to get. I'm done setting that one up. Looks like you guys want me to go on additional survey and exploration missions. I think that it would be a really wise idea for me to try to buy some additional ships for crew, for cargo. This one is like a stealth freighter, I guess. What I want to do is I want to buy... Oh, here we go. A Colossus Heavy Freighter. Perfect. It's pricey, but it's going to store a ton of stuff for me. So there is yet another giveaway going on. Because when I'm going out on these long-range survey missions, there's so much stuff for me to hoover up in terms of loot that having storage for said loot is paramount. So this is black market. If I'm going to black market fuel, let me go to somewhere I don't mind pissing off, like the Luddic Church. So good luck in the next raffle for the cargo ship. Yeah, that's a hauling ship. It has so much more cargo than I currently have. There we go. Another gate active. Tamarin, thank you for the resub. And Bondle, thank you for the follow. And Squid Pope for the resub as well. Space Shenanigans. Alright, churchlings. I'm here to frequent your black market for labor. So my minimum crew is 235. I definitely want to get higher than the minimum so that I don't get like shot once and then drop below minimum. And then we're going to buy some extra supplies for the trip. And then also buy some heavy machinery. I'll buy 50 for any surveying that I might have to do. Pretty expensive, but I'm going to make this money back in no time. Believe you me. So for the Einstein's Dream here, or Demon rather, has a burn level of 7. So I need to speed it up by 2 for it to keep up with all the other ships. For that, I need to give it... Oh shoot, I can only speed it up to 8. With militarized subsystems, I don't have the dedicated engine drive yet. Unless it's being sold here. No. It's not being sold here. So I'm going to take a look real quick to see if I can't find it being sold around here briefly. But, so that we can speed this rust bucket up to reasonable speeds. Oh no, I black marketed. Yeah, they just scanned me and they were like, oh, you bought black market stuff. And I was like, I sure did. Bye. And they were like, oh, okay. I guess you're leaving now. And I was like, yeah, I sure am leaving now. You can't stop me. I don't believe in your hocus pocus. They were not too enthralled. Stabilized shields and accelerated shields. Nope. Neither of which are what I'm looking for. I'm not going to spend forever doing this. Just, I'm hoping to find that the dedicated engines mod to be able to speed it up by 2 rather than the militarized subsystems that speed it up by 1. So the activated rings is not actually in the latest update. It is the end of the normal story of Starsector, which gives you the ability to jump from gate to gate. Oh, I can't buy anything here. I don't know what I was thinking. I will check one more system for those mods, just because it's going to speed me up considerably. But we're going to be surveying and exploring. That obviously was the winning option. Okay, you are obnoxious. Could you not do that? If I could catch you, I would blow you up. Like a mosquito. So there's 2 analyzing derelict ships offered by Independence. I'll take a look at the survey missions once. Whoa, there's a war going on over here. Fancy. Accelerated shields, extended shields, neither of which I need. Well, shoot. But if there's a battle, it means there's debris. So I will be scooping up this debris, because I am shameless. Plus, I have a salvage ship, so I'm good at it. Oh, there's even a wolf. Let's see if it's recoverable. Nope. Oh, it's not. I can't interact with the wolf because there's a pirate fleet, like, attacking me, right? Really? Really? You think you'll win? No, sir. I'm gonna blow you sky high. Or space high? I don't really know what direction to blow them up in space. I'll have to figure that out. I'll put my best scientists on it. And there it is, the cargo ship, and it's going to be named the Zephy. Once I'm done with this. Get over here, mule. So this is I'm fighting a pirate mule. This is the shielded pirate mule. Now let's get these little fighting spam off me. Hey, Brawler, guard me. Because they're venting all the flux I built up. Up goes the little ship. Now my flux is rather high, but I have them on the rope, so I'm not that worried. I'll tank a few missiles so I can blow up the mule. I don't think I'm going to be able to salvage that mule. It looks done. Bye-bye, Shepherd. I do find it annoying that once you blow up the Shepherd, its fighters that are obviously of its escort don't just go bye-bye as well. And then they have one more wolf. It's a pirate class, demodded wolf. I'm just going to say claim victory. I'm not going to chase it. Let them go. I'm not even going to recover their ships, and I get heavy armor mod spec. Oh, 3 demods on the wolf? Nope. I'll salvage you. And then that shepherd I blew up, salvage you as well. Look at all this fighting. Hey, I like... Oh, I don't mind if I do. A pirate light strike cruiser just sitting out here. Yeah, mine. And because I just ran the giveaway, Zifi and Delishmit, these are, oop, what did I just click? These are going to be your ships. So repair the ships, 53 supplies, it's a lot, but not terrible. And let's name them. So my crew's under strength, I'll have to fix that. Nope, that's the wrong paste. Because I am good at my job. The Delishmit and the Zifi. Did I spell that right? That'd be a shame. Okay. For refits, you C-I-E-F-I. Okay, I did spell that right. You don't really have any weapons, do you? You're pretty broken. Well, let me fix that. Okay, and setting up weapon groups. I could name you Della if you want me to. Sure. Whatever works for you. I know you by Della. It moves at 8, so I do need to speed it up if I want it to keep up. And this is my first... It's larger than the Sunder by class. I actually don't have the ability to speed you up because I don't have that mod. Because I'm shopping for it. So I'm going to leave this... I'll just throw in capacitors and vents for now because I have nothing better to throw in there at the moment. And hopefully I'll be able to buy what I'm looking for in a minute. I'm also under crew capacity, so I'm going to bring my crew up to, let's say, a clean 500? 505? No, 500. And maybe a few extra supplies. And now I'm essentially broke. But with another big ship. I only save, because it's not every day that you find a cruiser that isn't so busted up that it is unusable. And I'll try to go to the Luddic Church for mods. It did have an augmented fuel drive? Oh, it already does. Drive field. Okay, so it can't speed up any more than it is. So my max speed right now is going to be... Why are you chasing me? Are you trying to scan me? Don't scan me. My max speed is going to be 8. I think that's as fast as we're going to go. So that means that any ship that's traveling at 9 or faster, which is all of them, can slow down. So let me go through the fleet here and make sure that I don't have unnecessary military subsystems enabled. I don't mind the asteroid. I click the post. So Night Knave, you can drop your... Nope, never mind. Not Night Knave. Susashtig, you could drop that. And then that probably allows me to do cargo holds. So that's even better. And then cargo holds on you. Even better. And fuel tanks. Alright, are we all moving at 8 or better? No, the Zifi does need the subsystems. Okie dokie. We're almost done. So, not fuel tanks, I lied. Militarized subsystems. Alright. Everyone moves at least 8. The Wolves and the Falcon. Wait. I just realized the Falcon moves at 11? I'm an idiot. Yeah, let's get rid of that drive for the Falcon, because that is way more kick than it currently needs to keep up. I can't, this is built in, isn't it? Yeah, this is built in. I can't even remove it. Okay, it just moves real fast. It burns fast. That's cool. So, let's go ahead and give the Falcon the dedicated targeting core, and maybe auxiliary thrusters, and then capacitors and vents. Because yeah, this is a strike cruiser. It has a built-in a built-in field drive. Save. And before getting myself into trouble with the local authorities for all the black market trades I did, let's go take a look at exploration missions. So we've got a probe here. Yeah, the independents want me to do a probe. I'm going to accept that. There's really nothing better available to me at the moment. Unless I want to start being hired out by the Persean League. You're enjoying oil Baron of Tatooine? Well, thank you. Or the Fuel Barons of Tatooine? Thank you for tuning in to a stream. Welcome. So I have enough fuel to make a round trip, just that. As we add more ships, I'm going to need to add more dedicated fuel ships. But for now, one Phaeton is enough for the round trip. And then maybe we find a gate out that way. So let me update the priorities. Run survey missions. And see what we can find. I'm also sort of eyeballing the systems that we... Oh, I'm going to hit a storm. Eyeballing the systems that I pass through to see if they potentially have any inhabitable worlds. Because sometimes you can find, like, Terran or ocean worlds. Or arid worlds or something like that. That would make for good future colonies. So, like, just looking here, there's a few planets... Actually, I'm gonna dip a toe into here, just to see. Because there's a lot of planets here. Oh, irradiated, volcanic, barren, gas, barren, yeah. It's also controlled by the Ludic path, so I'd have to fight them for it. There's a gate, so I'm going to activate the gate. In the core systems, it is required for you to have a transponder up at all times, except for Prism. Prism doesn't care. But out here... There are no laws, there are no rules, so I just broke down their nav beacon for material, because they were going to attack me anyway. Might as well just break their stuff for materials. And breaking that nav buoy also makes it so that if they do aggro me, they're slower, because I broke their nav beacon. They don't move as fast. So there's a point. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to lily pad from each system one by one, because it's not that time sensitive to do as much exploration. Oh my lord. Wow, okay. So there's a Conquest battlecruiser sitting here. I would need to use a story point in order to bring it up to working order. Do I use a story point to to reclaim the Conquest? Yes or no? Now, personal opinion, I don't really love the Conquest battlecruiser. But, I mean, it is a Conquest battlecruiser. It does, I'm sure, it has 3 D-mods. It has lasting damage, which kind of sucks. Erratic fuel injector, which is also kind of sucks. And faulty power grade, which also kind of sucks. So the lasting damage... What does the lasting damage do? Oh no, the lasting damage uses damage. But the fuel injector means it uses a lot more fuel, and the power grid means that its flux capacity and flux dissipation is also somewhat ruined. And it looks like you guys want me to take it. Okay. I will take it. Story point be damned. Now, I am going to have a bit of a problem right now. It's a massive honker of a ship. And yeah, it is easily the weakest of its class of ships. So I'm going to mothball it. Because if I don't mothball the ship, all my other ships are going to go to hell. Because it's mothballed, it is not going to repair over time. But it won't pull down all my other ships. What it will do, however, is slow me the heck down as I travel. No, not by much. Actually, no, it's not. It's not slowing me down because it moves at 8. That's good. If I crash into storms, though, it could blow up. So I need to tiptoe here. Oh no! The system I need to go to is letting out a distress call. That's an opportunity to save. So let's raffle this. Let's raffle the ship off. Part of the problem here, just to throw this out, is this ship is so big. Its upkeep is really expensive. So I'm gonna have a hard time even paying for its repairs and upkeep, at least for now, until I get like a good source of income. So there's the raffle for the conquest. And I don't know what the stress signal was here, but needless to say, distress signals are often traps. Oh, I'm in the wrong system. I'm just exploring right now. Got it. I also can't really use emergency burn without doing irreparable damage or transverse jumping because I have mothballed ships. So you can see those buttons are kind of glowing. It's telling me not to do them because they would not be good for my ship. The other thing is, because I have this giant ship now, the amount of fuel that I have is dwindling pretty quick. So I need to not take the scenic route to this quest and just go straight there and do it and then come back. More distress signals, and that's from the Brazuma, which is where I want to go. So let's save before I hop in there, because I have no okay, it's a trap. It's a trap, it's a trap, it's a trap, trap, trap. Yeah, okay. 8 space dust. So where am I going? It's a probe near the L5 post. Do I know where the L5 post is? It's one of these stable locations. One of these 2 stable locations. I just don't know which one it is. Alright, I don't think it's this one. And there was, like, someone lurking to try to blow me up. So this mothballed ship just took damage because I had to do an emergency fuel boost to get away from that fleet that was gate camping. Alright, I can see the fleet. It's just, let's call it south of me. There is a probe here. I don't see another probe. Wasn't this probe. Ooh, but another gamma core. I like that. L5 is really far away from the planet? Yeah, but like... I don't know where it is, man. Can I put the ship in storage? Yes, I can. If I could find an abandoned colony or something like that. And I think that's probably the wisest thing to do until I have the means to actually use it. It's sort of like if I'll give you a for instance. It's as if you at home had a commercial-sized oven. the amount that you need to cook to make use of a commercial oven, like a giant oven that you'd find in a commercial restaurant, is a lot of cooking. And for most people, it does too much, and it's just cumbersome. It takes up too much room and too many resources. You know, you make one burger on it and you've just spent $100 in electrical bills or whatever, gas bills. So this ship is kind of like that, where it's a gift but also a burden. I didn't just mean to use my E-burn again, because I'm an idiot. No, this is the right system. Brazimois, or whatever it's called. And I need to go to the Brazimois system to look for a domain era probe somewhere around here. It might be northeast of the sun. I just saw a blip. Am I random sector? Everything you need to know is in the details command, I think. Yeah, okay, here it is. Here's the probe. Thank you, fellow Starfarer, for watching Starsector Nexerelin, which originally streamed live on Twitch, September 22nd. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhodamont.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhodamont.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel. I couldn't do it without you guys. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Starfarer.